1 serval 2, 3 serval 4. Must be Ava and the Peppers. Hey everyone, welcome. Happy Monday. You are tuned into the Wildcat Sanctuary. We are forever home for wildcats in need, a last chance rescue for cats just like Ava and her family. I can see Mama Ava below there scraping off some tuna that caretakers just placed in their habitat to forage. And that looks like Mr. Hal up on the second level there taking care of the tuna that's on their skywalks. Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. Howdy there, Leanne, excuse me. How are you doing? See if I can go get a better look at the servals, Ava and the Peppers, I should say, while I welcome everyone to today's post. Hey Sherry, thanks for joining us. Hey Lori, good afternoon to you as well. Hey Nadia, hi Ava and the Peppers. You hear that? Nadia says hello. And not typical for many of our serval habitats are the skywalks like this, but as you can see, Ava and the Peppers, they aren't bashful about taking advantage of the vertical space, which is always fun to see. And speaking of vertical space in this group, there is a pole. I know we've caught this on a live post before, but there's a pole on the other side of their habitat that does have some tuna on it. And typically we can catch one of the members of the Peppers. I've seen Hal up there and Chili kind of climbing up on top of that pole like an owl. It's pretty fun to see. Good afternoon, Amanda Peters. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Jocelyn, thank you for the stars right off the bat. Very, very much appreciated. Kimberly Brooks, Ava and the Peppers sounds like a rock group. We always like making that joke to ourselves. Definitely sounds like a rock band, and Ava's the lead vocalist. And I think that's especially fitting because I think Ava's the most hissy out of this group. Servals are very much known to hiss. They hiss when they're happy. They hiss when they're upset. They hiss as a form of greeting, and it's always fun hearing those serval hisses. And Ava is always quite vocal. Oh, how's that delicious tuna on top of the dog glue? She says, pretty good. Pretty good. So Ava and the Peppers, you guys might know their story. Their story is similar to many of our serval residents. But these guys, they came from a backyard breeder. They were living in absolute horrible conditions in an RV in this backyard of a breeder. Where these servals were sold for quite the high dollar, up to $8,000 for just one of these servals. And Ava and her Peppers were living in quite severe conditions, like I mentioned. Feces, urine littered this RV. It was pretty much falling apart at the seams after these servals had been scratching and gnawing at it. Not to mention the conditions that they were living in, but these servals are also prone to metabolic bone disease. And you may remember when Chili arrived, we had to take him into emergency surgery because we realized that his back right femur was broken. And that's a symptom of that metabolic bone disease, which means that these guys weren't receiving the proper diet. And it's really a shame because it's something that we can draw a line through many of our serval residents is the metabolic bone disease, them coming with blockages or already broken bones. Really something that we try to educate on, and I think especially these days, and many of you guys could agree, that with the proliferation of social media, you're also seeing the proliferation of exotic pets be kind of glorified. You have things like TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm sure you guys have seen some of the stories over the past week of servals just getting out, servals being abandoned by their owner, and so on and so forth. And to us, that is a symptom of a misinformed pet owner. It's somebody who went to a breeder's website, saw the misinformation that they're providing, how perfect pets servals make, how they indeed are just a lap leopard and want to be your domestic pet. But in reality, we know what that is here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, and they are wild animals and not pets. And so it's been a shame to, it looks like I just missed Hal on his pole over there. But it's just been a shame to see kind of how much of the same reoccurring news story we've been seeing over the past week of servals being abandoned, servals showing up in people's backyard. And again, all that is just a symptom of people realizing that owning a wild animal like a serval is a bad idea. And those servals oftentimes are being abandoned like you're seeing, or unfortunately much worse. Keeping my head on a swivel, looking for all the peppers milling around here. It's not uncommon, even when you have the tuna enrichment out, it's not uncommon for the peppers to go in and check out their indoor bedroom and really get the lay of the land, because they obviously just had their habitat clean and they need to see what type of new smells and even enrichment that's been placed for them. So I'm going to walk over on this side and get a better look at Mr. Howe. And I can get a better look at some of these comments too. I appreciate everyone joining us today. It's a happy Monday here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. It's been great seeing the progress. Hey, Miss Ava, thank you for the hiss. Or excuse me, that's Mr. Howe. It's been absolutely tremendous seeing the progress on our animal care center. I know that Tammy showed you guys some live posts. Obviously, the animal care center was a big part of our Cats in Crisis fundraising campaign. It's just been tremendous driving by and seeing the progress and how far that's coming along. Speaking of our animal care center, we're going to be sharing some fun news with you tomorrow regarding Tammy and the new animal care center, and so that's something to look forward to. And of course, I've said it before and I'll say it again, the best place to hear all the incoming news regarding anything from updates on cats to updates like we're sharing tomorrow regarding our animal care center, that can always be found through our weekly e-newsletter. Now, it doesn't work out, Mr. Howe, when I come all the way over here to say hi and you go the opposite way. I'll look over and see if maybe Sky and Celine are out and about. I know that they did have some tuna placed. I'm not sure if caretakers are still finishing cleaning over there. Hey, Misha, are Sky and Celine, do they have access?
We just finished cleaning their yard and we're just about to let them out.
Cool. Well, we'll hang out for a moment. It looks like the Peppers, they have their own agenda today. So I'll hang out with them and I'll just listen to you for you to let the girls out.
That sounds great.
Awesome. And of course, that's protocol here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. We're not going in and cleaning while our cats are still in their enclosures. We shift our cats, be it into their shift room, or maybe we're cleaning, or their indoor room, I should say, or maybe we're cleaning their outdoor habitat, and we would shift them into their indoor room to clean outside, and vice versa. So it sounds like Misha and Rio, the hardworking caretakers that they are, have just finished up with the entire Wildcat Pines area. They did some mowing. They did some cleaning, obviously. It's not a day at the Wildcat Sanctuary if you don't pick up a little cat poop. And now it looks like they even took the time to spread some tuna for Sky and Celine. So we'll get to see a little bit of that on today's live post.
We have exited all yards in Wildcat Pines, double-checked our rocks, we'll be giving cats access.
All right, it sounds like Misha's giving access. I can't see who the who the shady serval is under their cave there. Looks like you, Mr. Chili. I see that all black nose.
All right, Joe, they're just getting let out right now.
All right, I hear Misha calling across the way. It sounds like Sky and Celine have been given access. You can imagine Ava and the Peppers have quite the show with these two Bobcat sisters living next to them. And I'm sure they'll take just a moment to walk out. Oh, right as I say that, I see Miss Celine come buzzing through. She's certainly got her summer coat on. It's always so fun to see the transition that that many of our cats make, particularly the bobcats, in between the winter and summer months in terms of their coat. And to see their summer coats versus their winter coats, it is something to behold, and really one of the many special aspects of Mother Nature and how she prepares these cats for the elements. And also typical whenever I try to do a live post with these sisters, it seems like I I think I get them in the frame for 1 second, and then the Energizer bobcats that they are, off they go, zooming away. Let's look. I always love it when some of our followers are answering our questions. It just really goes to show how informed and educated you are with all things TWS. I see someone was asking, do you cut their grass in the habitat or no? Because in the wild it isn't mowed. That's a really good question. And as you can see, it's kind of a combination of both. We do like having the taller grass to kind of give that wild feel, but also we're going to be mowing pathways and alleyways for the cats to easily navigate through, but also just kind of creating a balance of the wild and also that trimmed growth. And so you can see that anywhere from the serval habitats all the way to our lion, leopard, and tiger habitats. We are going to maintain, thank you for the hiss, Mr. Howe. We are going to maintain that tall, kind of overgrown look, but still keep in mind that we want our cats to easily navigate through these areas. And the Wildcat Sanctuary, we cater to lots of special needs as well as geriatric residents. So those are another exception where we might mow their yard or have it more flat for them so they can easily navigate. So that's a good question. And I saw Sky and Celine. They were a little fixated on their caretakers, hoping that they would get an extra treat. But we'll go over and just say hi to Miss Sky. She's in one of her favorite spots. It's a fire hose hammock that hangs right on the edge of her yard, where she can look out at all the caretakers and show off how adorable of a bobcat she is. Hey, you two, what do you see over there? She says, I saw my caretaker go that way, and I love them. All right, goofballs. I can see tuna all over your habitat for you to enjoy. But I can't blame you if you're like my cat. Even after I've fed them, they're wanting more and more treats. All right, everyone. As caretaker Rio joins us, we'll let Sky and Celine have their full attention on Rio. I want to thank everyone for joining today. Thank you all for your questions. I didn't get any time to go through the comments, but rest assured I'll be going through the comments once we've wrapped up the live post. So thank you again, everyone. Thank you, Rio. Thank you, Misha, for helping out today. And thank all of you for supporting the cats of the Wildcat Sanctuary. Like I said, we have some fun news regarding Tammy and our Animal Care Center hitting your inbox via our e-news tomorrow, and then later our social media channels. So be sure you're signed up. Thank you for the thumbs up, Misha. And we hope you all have a great rest of your day. Bye, everyone.